funny how I found out about Ambit Energy. A gentleman that I hadn't talked to in about 10 to 15 years called me and said, "Hey, Carl, you need to come by my tax office and take a look at what I'm doing with myself and my family this year." So I said, okay. I hadn't talked to the gentleman in a long time. I said, I'll go ahead and come by the office and find out what he's talking about. So I took a trip downtown to his office. And when I got there, Kevin greeted me and stated to me that, "Hey, I'm not going to hold up too much of your time today, Carl. What I am going to do, though, is tell you what I'm so excited about in less than a minute and a half." Kevin said, "Hey, I'm going to let you know about what I am doing with me and my family that's going to change the lives of not only ourselves, but you and your family." And I said, "Kevin, are you sure you're going to be able to tell me that in a minute and a half?" And he said, "I sure am." So Kevin immediately walked over to the wall, flipped the light switch off, and then flipped it back on. And I said, "Okay, I've done that several times. Where are we going with this, Kevin?" And Kevin basically just said, "Carl, I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm going to talk to you about something today that has to do with electricity and natural gas." He said this is going to be the largest major monopoly across the nation to break up. It's the deregulation of electricity and gas. I was puzzled. Kevin basically told me he was going to tell me about why I came downtown to his office in less than a minute and a half. But he went on to say, "Carl, if there was a way that you could get paid on every electricity meter across this country, whether it be commercial or residential, would this interest you?" And I undoubtedly said yes. Guess I have always been an ambitious person, very business-minded. And when I looked at this business, I started homing in on where I came from. Back in the mid-90s, I owned a wireless franchise, cellular industry, and also a travel agency. Enjoyed both of those businesses to the extreme. It's long hours, worked very hard in that field. I went on since then, in the past 7 years, working as an internet manager for a Mazda dealership. That business has really taken a toll as far as the hours are concerned. Sometimes anywhere between 12 to 14 hours per day. It can feel like that sometimes. But really what homed in on this business to me was the fact that I could cut down the time and increase the pay. And I think for most people that are out here looking for an opportunity, they want to get into a situation where they have more time with their family, more time to spend on the things that they want to do rather than the things that they need to do. So I think about the phrase financial freedom and what that really means. Well, I know for myself what that really means is to work less and make more. And the only way that I could see achieving those goals was looking at a company like Ambit Energy in the network marketing field and then pairing up electricity and natural gas with network marketing. It just made common sense. Something that is habitually used and unconsciously paid month after month after month. That's what really hit home for me. I wanted to be in a position where I could work less and make more. And I started really thinking about the fact that, hey, being able to wake up one morning knowing that the mortgage, the car note, the utility bills, and all the other major expenses that have to be paid every 30 days were paid for. And that allowed, right then and there, I knew that that would allow me to be able to get up out of a want rather than a need.